Happy Diwali and Happy New Year to everyone. I wish the best in this coming new year for everyone. I am Dr. Reina Nahar. I am a consultant dermatologist, hair transplant surgeon and a cosmetologist practicing since past 6 years. I am the founder of Kaizen Skin Clinic in Andheri. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, melasma. What is melasma? Why do we need to know more about it? Why does it impact us? And how do we treat it? So for this we are going to have a small discussion which can impact ourselves in a very good way. Hyperpigmentation means darkening of skin. There are various causes of that. One of them is melasma. What is melasma? It is also known as chloasma or mask of pregnancy. Peculiarly, how does it appear? More commonly seen in women. The age group could be from 20s to 40s, 50s, peaking in the mid. More common in women, but that does not mean that men do not suffer from this. 60 to 70% of the female population would be a patient for this, but men also complain of these conditions. Why do we need to know more about melasma? It is a pigmentation, it is a brown discoloration on the face. The site is the apple of the cheeks, the bridge of the nose, above the eyebrows, on the upper lip. It can impact on the face. Melasma impacts the face. These sites are very important where the pigmentation starts to appear. It can gradually increase in size and spread throughout the face. That is why it impacts the personality and the confidence of a person. What are the causes of melasma? More or less it is a physiological change that you see during the hormonal surge. Mask of pregnancy is the name because quite a few patients will see this kind of pigmentation appearing on the face during the trimesters of the pregnancy or post-delivery. But that does not mean it can happen only during that phase. Some hormonal imbalances like PCOD, PCOS can be a trigger factor. Some people who are taking OCPs or birth control pills are more predisposed for that. Physiological or a racial predisposition. We Indians are more prone for this kind of a pigmentation. Along with that, improper usage of sunscreens, using a UV protection is something that is very crucial. 5 to 10% of this pigment aggravates because of improper sun protection. Other medications which are neuropsychiatric tablets, these can predispose or make you more prone for this pigmentation. Familial or genetic predispositions, using wrong cosmetics or improper cleansing of the cosmetics can predispose you for this kind of pigmentation. So now melasma, as we've understood, 60 to 70% of the times is because of the normal hormonal changes that are appearing in the body. So that part is beyond our control. A physiological change that you see is something that you need to manage or control in the right way. So how do we manage that, and why is it important? Because it is the face and this is how we present ourselves to the world. So we need to take care of the face in the best of our capacity. Now why we are discussing melasma is because it is the face, sometimes we become desperate to start taking some harsh treatments, start taking over-the-counter treatments which can have a long-term impact. Using steroids, trying to reduce the pigment becomes a big challenge for us in the practice. Over-the-counter, they are cheap medicines and they show instant result. Within few days to weeks, you start seeing an improvement in the skin tone and reduction in the pigmentation. Even if it is given for a few days, people tend to overuse it for many weeks, months or years together, and then you start seeing irreparable damage to the skin. The skin starts to thin out, unwanted hair growth, acne eruptions, rosacea, which is the redness of the skin on exposure to heat, emotional stimuli, sun exposure. All these side effects we start seeing because of the overuse of these over the counters or sometimes our overzealous treatment to cure this condition. So first thing we need to know, we cannot cure melasma, but we can treat it in the right way. How do we treat it? Use the right cleansers to wash the face. According to the skin type, your dermatologist, we are here to guide you which is the best suitable face wash for you. Cleanse it in the right way, and I can't overstress the importance of using the right sunscreen for you. There are various sunscreens which are available for the skin type, from the dry, normal to oily skin type. For these sunscreens, what do you see? You see the PA rating, which is very crucial. You see the SPF factor, which is very crucial. These things have to be noted when you're talking to your dermatologist, how much quantity has to be applied and how frequently you reapply the sunscreen. When we are looking at melasma, where we already have brown spots on the face, there are tinted sunscreens which are available, which help you to mask or camouflage along with giving you the benefit of UV, infrared and blue light protection. After using the right cleanser, the most important factor that helps in reducing the pigment or managing the melasma pigmentation is using the right sunscreen. Sunscreens prevent you from UV damage, UVA, UVB, infrared and blue light. Blue light is from the gadgets, the electronic gadgets that we use. So the right type of sunscreens can be provided depending upon your skin type, your activity, indoor, outdoor activity, depending upon your outdoor sports. Sweat resistant or sweat proof sunscreens are available. SPF and PA rating should be identified and given it to you in the right way. These are very important when you choose the right sunscreen. How often do you apply the sunscreen, how much quantity is required, everything can be guided and you have to use it to the best of our capacity. Around 2 or 3 times in the day, between 10 to 4, the sunscreen has to be reapplied. When we are looking at pigmentation, melasma, brown spots have appeared on the face, a tinted sunscreen would be a good option for us to camouflage the pigmentation. So tinted sunscreen give you the camouflage coverage and provide you with all the protection from all these harmful rays. When you use sunscreens properly, you're going to manage pigmentation in a much better way. So prevention is better than cure, so your sunscreen comes before any lightening cream. Once you do that, probably after bath you can apply sunscreen at least 20 to 30 minutes before your outdoor activity or sun exposure. Reapply every 2 to 3 hourly so that you can have a proper coverage between 10 to 4. Once you are finished with your day's work, come back, wash your face with the right cleanser, and at that point in time you can include a good lightening cream. There are various formulations available over the counter which can be overwhelming. As we surf the internet, we see options available, we see so many components, so many ingredients which can be used, which can give you the right results and can help you. So instead of doing that, we can seek a consult with the doctor how to start. We usually begin with using, probably as an induction phase, a little stronger lightening cream with that time frame of maybe 2 or 3 weeks to start seeing the results, to give the motivation, so you're motivated once you start seeing the results, and then taper down to some maintenance creams. You should always look at non-steroidal combination, non-hydroquinone. You can't use these ingredients for a long time. Short contact period, maybe for half an hour, 1 hour in the evening only on the dark spots, maybe for 2 or 3 weeks, and then taper down to a milder cream which can be used for a long time frame, so you can maintain the results. So whenever you start the treatment, continue with this protocol. There are going to be days where you're going to see a flare up in the pigment. Stress factors aggravated, hormonal imbalances aggravated, seasonal change will aggravate it, summers will aggravate the pigmentation. So what we are going to do is, accordingly we will manage the treatment. Whenever there is a flare up, there is an increase in the pigment, we can start with an induction where we start with a stronger cream and then come down to a maintenance cream. Now along with that, are there some new treatment protocols which are available? Of course, technology has given us the aid where we can manage it safely without any downtime and giving you good results. Q-switch Nd:YAG lasers, pico lasers, these are available which reduce the pigment without hampering the skin or impacting the upper dead layer of the skin. So there is no downtime. You can take these skin toning lasers, photofacials and manage the skin well. We can start with once a month protocol and then come down to a maintenance of once in 2 or 3 months depending on how the pigmentation, what is the intensity of the pigmentation. There are AHA, BHA serums, creams, face packs which are available, face sheets which are available, which can definitely aid in maintaining at home. All these things are available. We can guide you what is meant for you and help you aid so that you can manage this pigmentation without too many hassles, without running around trying to buy wrong creams or taking too many harsh treatments for that. With simple protocol, we can manage it much better. Along with that, stress management is very helpful. Exercising, having a good lifestyle, managing yourself, de-stressing yourself, having a good family time, all these things help in the long way in managing any pigmentation, especially melasma. So we would be very happy to treat you, to give you the guidance how to manage this pigmentation and have a confident skin. Thank you so much.